The Lose Carbon Fire Speed Stick video got a little bit of attention, so I figured we'd give a little bit of attention to its accompanying reel. This particular reel, the Carbon Fire Speed Spin, is a Dick's exclusive, retails for 80 bucks, but is currently on sale for 40, and it seems to be like a perpetual sale. They seem to have so much of them that they can't get rid of them. So we're going to help Dick's get rid of some of them right now. So this here is the size 100. They have a 100, a 200, and a 300 for this reel. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. And one of the interesting things is that Dick's website has them all spec'd out at 6.2 to 1 gear ratio. And that's what attracted me to this reel, the 100, the most. If you can get into a 1,000 size reel that has a 6.2 ratio, that's an awesome thing. Well, it turns out the thing is completely false. The 100 has a 5.2 to 1. The 200 and 300 have a 6.2. A 6.2 to 1 1,000 could potentially pull a whole bunch of people in to come get it. And they're going to come to find that it's 5.2 to 1. So, strike one. The weight of the 100 is 8.2 ounces. The weight of the 200 is 8.4 ounces, and the weight of the 300 is 9.1 ounces. All of them are 8 bearing systems, 7 forward, 1 reverse. The line capacity for the 100 is 120 yards of 6 pound. The 200 has 120 yards of 8 pound. And the 300 has a capacity of 145 yards of 10 pound. That will substantially change if you're using braid. It's got an aluminum body and side plate. The rotor is graphite, though it's got a pretty heavy duty aluminum bail. Aluminum spool, stainless main shaft, and the drag is something that they call Duramax. I believe it is carbon based, but I'm not exactly sure. It might be felt. They're not very specific about that. Aluminum handle, brass gears. And that's pretty much all there is to say about this guy before we get started. At an $80 retail, that's an awful lot of aluminum. But let's go check it out. Wow, that casts nicely. Let's toss a couple up top. On the way down, there's oh, jeez. Oh, well, that's not good. Well, yeah, you just got fired. Son of a bitch. I have to try to fix this. Look at that. That's awful. Holy crap. Oh, I just lost a shitload of line. Re-rigged. Jeez. I still cast okay, but look how much line I had to take off this thing. That was a terrible wind knot. That was early. Now you guys know me. I get them occasionally on spinning gear, but man, that was freaking quick. We'll see how it behaves the rest of the day, but I didn't really have it, you know, like over spooled or anything like that. Well, there's our first with it. Bluegill hit the plopper. There we go. Like a topwater bluegill to weird out your day. Alright, one thing that I can say so far, while you do like to have, you know, overbuilt bails on your spinning gear, this one seems a little bit too much. And I keep freaking just tagging the shit out of a finger. I haven't had that happen in a long freaking time. That doesn't happen with any of the cadence reels, and they have an overbuilt bail too. This one just seems like it's a little too tall, so I'm a little bit concerned that if you got fat fingers, or you have a tendency to, you know, rest your finger in a place like this, you're gonna be just whacking yourself with the bail. So far that's a And then the other is the fact that I had that gnarly wind knot pretty much right out of the gate. So I had to cut a bunch of line out. I mean, look at this. It's freaking ridiculous. So I'll keep an eye on that. I think that's actually it kind of forces me to delay this review a little bit. Because I need to be able to tell you all whether or not that was a fluke. Alright, so after what happened on the river, I decided to hop it down to 10-pound Kalex low visibility. So let's see if I can get a few casts in, a few good casts in. A little bit breezy today, but that actually wasn't bad for 1/4 of an ounce. Never been on this tiny little impoundment. It's kind of a flood control thing, but definitely has fish in it. I don't know what fish. Maybe we find out. Now the goal is to help this thing out. It's a little bit breezy today, so I'm going to intentionally throw a couple just straight into the breeze and see what happens wind knot wise. And so far it's looking pretty good. And this is the same situation as when I was first testing this guy's Whopper Plopper 60 bluegill pattern. Comes in at 1/4 of an ounce. So 10-pound Kalex braid, 8-pound Berkley XL leader. Throw top water with this rig, so don't want things sinking, especially with that light bait. But yeah, I don't know, it appears to be casting pretty well. I'm not sure it's a step up from my Cadence CS5 that I normally use with the Carbon Fire speed stick. Medium light, 6'9", fast action. But yeah, this seems to be doing the trick. So let's go ahead and head back home for the final impressions. I changed my mind. I'm actually going to do the final impressions here. So carbon fire speed stick, 6'9", medium light, fast action, and with the carbon fire speed spin 100, which is equivalent to a 1000. Yeah, it works pretty well. I'm not going to say it works any better or worse than the Cadence CS5 that I normally have paired with this rod. Casting distance is about the same. Got a tiny little bit of a drag test on it on the first day of testing. They really seem to be fans of their drag system. I haven't caught anything huge with it, so I can't really speak to that. One thing I can speak to, however, is the weight. 8.1 ounces. The CS5 is 6.7. That's pretty significant. About 15% heavier. So, I mean, that's really the only difference. It doesn't make a huge because this is such a lightweight rig in the first place, but the lighter the better as far as I'm concerned. And quite honestly, I'm probably going to keep this guy. This combo would retail at 160 bucks, and bearing in mind that this is a Dick's exclusive, they've had this thing on perpetual sale for several months now, both the rods and the reels. What would be 160 retail is 75 bucks at Dick's, and you have to buy them separately. They don't have combos per se. This is a great value, and I suggest you hop on it while this stuff is on sale. I don't know how long it's going to be on sale, but it's been on sale for months. At any rate, I hope this video was useful for you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.